Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going over my November favorites and fails. I can't believe we are almost at the end of 2023. Unbelievable. I am looking forward to telling you what worked and what didn't. That sounds interesting. Just keep watching. I am going to have a side-by-side of applying most of the products. I've even split and have one product on one side and the other on the other. Of the brow products that I tried in the month of November, the two that stand out to me, if I don't mention something that I tried, it's just in the okay category, or I don't have any specific thoughts on it. But the two that stand out are this one from JennDBeauty. This is the upgraded brows. I got this in my Boxycharm. On one side is a brow pencil, and on the other side is brow gel. And this one, I like it. It is a different tip than I am used to. It's got more of the slanted style tip, but I did not have a problem with it at all. They sent me the shade medium brown, I believe. Yes, medium brown. And that is what I have in this brow. So what I did is I had to take my own spoolie, went through, then I went in with the color, and then later on in my makeup routine, almost the last step, I went back in with the gel and set. Simple, easy. I like this if you are on the go, if you like the ease of having your pencil and your gel in the same product. I think that's great. I am a brow gel kind of girl. I like my brows to set the way that I want them to. I find it looks much neater when your brows are staying in place. This one is a good one. On my left eye brow, I have this Maybelline Build a Brow. They sent this to me for my honest review. I have a couple new Maybelline products, and this is great. I was a little intimidated by the brow pen, but it's got a brow pen on the one side, and I even picked a color that was a little different for me. I ended up picking ash brown, and it worked out really well. I do pretty good with flicking the color into the brow, and then later on in my makeup routine, I went in with the gel. Truly, I think you couldn't go wrong with either one of these products. Obviously, this one is going to be a bit less expensive than the JennDBeauty. It might be a personal preference if you are more of a pencil girl, if you are more of a brow pen kind of girl. Either one, I like them both. Shout out to LYS. I did try their new brow gel. This is the Secure Brow. I do not have this on today. I had two other brow products to put on, but it is nice. I love, I think, everything that I've tried from LYS. Nice small wand, good hold, lovely. Little note, I will have everything, of course, listed and linked in the description box below if you are curious about my shade, where to find it, the cost, and of course, if any of them are affiliate links, I will make a small commission, and I thank you for helping support my channel. In the primer category, I tried the Milk Makeup. This is their Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I didn't want to love this. I got a baby. I'd heard some good things. I do. I really like it. A little bit goes a long way. I like the texture. I like what it does for my skin. It does keep the oils away for a great amount of time. It is nice. This is one that I would purchase again, and when I run out of this baby, I'm gonna have to hope that it's close to the spring sale with Sephora, because I like to get the more higher end makeup on sale. Don't we all? This, if you're oily, if you want to fight shine, it's great. This next product is a fail for me, but it is a very weak fail because I truly believe that it is more of a personal preference. I love the Fenty Ice. I love a cooling, plumping gloss, and I wanted to try this one. This was the Huda Beauty Silk Balm Icy, and it is cooling. It is smoothing. I just don't like the thickness of it. It's a little bit thick, and I truly believe it's what it's supposed to be because it is a balm. So that's on me. I'm just not enjoying wearing this. I put this on first when I started doing my makeup so that I could let it sit, and then took it off before my foundation. And it's a lovely product if you like a balmy, thicker product that gives a cooling sensation. It's just not for me. Next, I did my eyes, and I used 2 different products for my eyes. This first one is the Toy Factory Sidekick 1 that I got in my Boxycharm. I was a little disappointed. I'm not a huge face palette kind of girl. Truly, the only one I really love is the Natasha Denona Glam face palette, which I just picked up the darker version. So excited. I got it for Natasha Denona's Black Friday sale. But this one from Toy Factory has really neutral shadows. It has a bronzer and it has a blush. It is nice. I like the nude packaging. It's a plastic kind of material. It does have a mirror inside. The only nitpick that I have with this palette is that there are 3 shimmers, and they're really quite weak in my opinion. The darkest one is the one that gives you the most pigment, and I am more of a brighter inner corner kind of girl. What I do like about it though is that my brush fits in the bronzer and blush pretty well, not so much that I can't use it. I love the variation of shades. These 2 shades give me a little bit of depth, and then I love the cream and almost white options that are in there. They are so pretty. I usually use the white on my inner corner. I forgot today. Let me remedy that now. Just put a teensy bit. I love a good pigmented white or cream inner corner. You can put a little bit on the brow bone. Yes. So you will see later on I did use the bronzer and blush as well, but this palette is great for its mattes. The mattes are very creamy, very blendable. I really enjoy the formula. It did show up really well, and then I can just add my own shimmer, or if you like a very subtle shimmer, then this would be a great choice for you. It's just a personal preference that when I put shimmer on, I want it to really pop. So what I added was another new product for this month, and that was the Essence Sin City palette. I love this palette. If you want shimmers that pop, that you can really see, that have a strong pigment base to them, this is lovely. Every one of these shimmers has a great popping ability. They really show up on the eye. I think that might be the only shade that I haven't played with is that blue. I've been in the other blue. Here's a more of a baby blue shimmer. So today I went in with this one here, which is more of a rose gold, and it's just beautiful. I wanted more of a pink undertone today, but I love them. And then under my eyes, I went in with this shimmering brown. I love wetting my brush and putting that shimmering brown on the bottom. Just gives a little bit of sparkle. Next, I went in with liner, and you saw in my Sephora haul that I picked up the Sephora 12-hour liners. Those are not new. I just picked up another color, and yes, love it. I knew I would. I picked up Black Lace. I already had Tiramisu. But new to me was this one from Covergirl. This is the Perfect Point Plus ink. It has a screw-up pencil on the one side, and then it has the smudger on the other side, which I love. As far as how this pencil performs, I would say it is average. There is nothing super special about this pencil. If anything, it is a little bit below average. It goes on above your eye well, but in the waterline, I found it to be a little weak. So this, it's not terrible. I will use it, but I would not repurchase. For liquid liners, I have 2 to talk about. The first, I'll talk about the fail, and I'm so sad because this one size liner, I got this in a gift set. It came with mascara and the liquid liner, and it was on sale. This is the Point Made liquid liner, and I'd heard good things about this liner, and when I first used it, I really liked it, but I did find through the month as I was using it that it would drag a little, it would skip a little. It wasn't as inky of an application as I would have liked. I did go across my eye one day and it did bleed in the inner corner, which I did not love. Sadly, this is not a favorite. I will continue using it. Not if I'm gonna go out in the rain, not if I have a lot of glitter on my eye. So if you're careful, you can make it work. I would not repurchase. The other liner is a win, and the other liner is what I have on my eyes today, and that is the Danessa Myricks Line Work Liquid Liner. Love the packaging. I believe it's $18, which is not so horrible. This, I believe, is my first brush tip liquid liner, and this one I do not have a problem with, other than learning how a brush tip liner works. You have to be a little bit more careful because it is a little bit more flexible than what I am used to, but the more that I use it, the more that I love it. It goes on very black, very inky. It does a nice flick at the edge. I did line all the way across today because I'm testing it. I believe that it ran. I'm not 100%. Right now, it's looking fantastic. I will keep you posted because it's supposed to be waterproof, but so far I am loving it. In the mascara category, the two that I want to talk about, the two that are worth mentioning, are this one from Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Falsies Surreal Meta Black. I had the blue one, I believe it's baby blue. This one I believe is a new color. This was also sent to me from Maybelline. This is what I have on my left eye today. I really like it. I liked the baby blue one and I like this one. The other mascara that is a favorite is the one from One Size that came with the liner that disappointed me. So this is the Fantasize mascara and I love this. I like both of these mascaras. If you made me choose, I might say that I like the One Size a little bit more. If you look at my lashes, they both look good. I see length, I see volume, and I was a lazy girl and really only put one coat on each side today. I think they are both fantastic mascaras. I like this one a little bit more. I tried a new foundation at the very end of October, so I'm calling it November, and that is the Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear Foundation. I have mine in the shade Buff Beige. I've heard lots of good hype about this foundation, and I will say I do like it. It boasts 24-hour transfer resistant SPF 18. It is thin, it is easy to apply, it does last a long time. It is a good one. I would call it a little bit more of a matte finish. I would say maybe natural to matte. So I would think that this would go across the board for all skin types. Maybe just change your primer if you are normal to dry, have a more moisturizing primer. If you are oily, have a more mattifying primer. But this is one that I will reach for. I am loving the way that my skin looks today. I think it's a combination of a few favorites, but this is great and it's an affordable option. I have a fail in the concealer category, and that is this one from Covergirl. This is the Outlast. It's a shame. I wanted to love this. The other Covergirl concealer, the one with, I think it's got a stripy lid, I had that one for a while. That one had the coverage that I wanted, but was a little drying on my under eye. This one is smoother and thinner, which I love, but it just didn't give enough coverage. Then I would try to build it up and it would end up looking heavy. It's not a favorite. The concealer that I did fall in love with this month, which I'm not surprised, is this one from Natasha Denona. I love Natasha Denona's eyeshadow formula, and I wanted to give this concealer a shot. This is, I believe this is the shade RN1, which I wanted to get a fair rosy shade because I like a really bright under eye. You'll see in my try on that I'm very, very specific with how I apply it. It's a Wayne Goss technique, or at least I heard it from Wayne Goss, where he said if you do have deep crevices under your eyes, he has some that I believe his are on his cheeks, but same concept. He looks down and he sees them and he puts a very, very thin line directly on what he wants to brighten, and then very carefully blends it in right in that area. And then the very last thing he does is to buff out those edges. So I've been doing that with this, and it has been working so well. This gives a great amount of coverage. It is moisturizing without being creasy. It's just a beautiful concealer. I have had a hard time not using this every day. I try to reach for new ones. I picked one in my shop, my stash. I'm like, I need to use this one, and I keep reaching for this one. I'm in love with this concealer. Well, I'm just like a broken record today. The next two products I'm gonna say love, 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 because it's the truth. I splurged and picked up the Givenchy Prisme Libre Under Eye Setting Powder. I got mine in the shade 2 Satin Blanc. I believe it's the lightest shade. It's got the yellow and pink and purple, and you just take the tiniest bit into the lid and you tap it under your eyes, and wow, it is so lightweight, so pretty, so blurring. My eyes don't look super dry. I've tried it with other concealers and it doesn't save every concealer. It's nice when you use a good concealer, but even the concealers that I don't love, it makes it look better. It is brightening, it is smoothing, it is lovely. Again, I'm in trouble when this runs out, but powders last forever, so I'm curious how long this will last because I know I'm going to reach for it a lot. It's been on the top of my dresser all month. Another powder that just blew me away was something that, thank you Boxycharm, had in their drop shop, and that is the Lunar Beauty Luniversal Setting Powder. I got it in translucent light. I wanted the pink. I'm glad I got the translucent light because I've been using it all over my face. I'm sure I could use it under my eyes, but this Givenchy has just controlled me for the last month. But this I have used on my face, and wow, my complexion just looks so smooth, so healthy. I'm loving it. Smoothing, shine control powder. If I needed to purchase this at full price, I absolutely would. Great job, Manny. For contour, I was excited to purchase this Sephora collection contour shade. The one that I had before was discontinued, and this one that I got is the Second Chance, and I know when I pop up the picture, you're like, wow, it looks gray. It is a true contour shade, and it is very light on the skin. It is buildable, but I like the subtlety of it so that I don't look too contoured. I don't look too shadowed. I think it's a great shade for a light to medium skin type. I like the texture, it blends lovely, it's great. I have this on today. The other one that I purchased from that Sephora collection is this peachier shade. I do not have this one on today, but this one is called Charmed and it has shimmer in it. Lovely. I would love to have all of the shades. I had two before that were discontinued. These are beautiful. On top of the Sephora contour, I did put the Toy Factory bronzer, and I think it went great. I just went a little bit above the contour just to warm where the sun would hit my face, and then a little bit above that I took the blush. It is really a very pretty soft mauve-y pink that I also find very blurring and very pretty on the face. Another nice nod to this face palette. For lips today, I have the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner on in the shade Caramel Nude. This one I'm gonna say is average. There's nothing super special about this. It was almost a fail because if you remember in my CoverGirl video, I put it on and it snapped. It's a different kind of applicator. It's sort of long and flat, and I was concerned putting it on. Now granted, I am very rough-handed, but when it broke, I was upset, and I'm sure that I lost some product. I remember it falling onto my lap, so I wondered if the more I used it during the month, if that would continue happening, and it didn't. So this one I'm gonna classify as average. Decent wear, nice warm nude color, just don't be too rough. In the lipstick category, a late order before the Sephora sale was over was this Dior Forever liquid lip. It's a non-transfer liquid lip. I had another shade. I wanted to buy another one. It is an expensive lipstick. It is a splurge, and I wanted it. I have the shade 200 already, which is more of a peachy nude, and I picked up the shade 300, and this one is a little more mauve. Cool tones are all the rage right now. I am loving that, and I wanted a cooler pink to wear with it. This lipstick, long wearing, other than the Sephora brand liquid lip, that is another super duper favorite, which I did pick up another shade during the sale, but it was a shade that I already had. It was just a refill. This one I like just a little bit more. It wears off gracefully. It doesn't make my lips feel dry. I love the applicator. It just sort of hugs the lips and is soft. It's really just beautiful. Splurge, I love, I say worth it. And then the gloss. When Maybelline sent me those products, they also sent me the new Lifter Plump. And these have grown on me. In my initial try on, I said, oh, I'm more of a cooling than a heat. And it's true, I am. I have a Fenty Heat here, and I rarely use it. I am more of the Fenty Ice, or even just the regular Fenty. But this is the same formula. If you are a Lifter Gloss fan, this is the same texture, I should say, on your lips, but this one has a spice to it. You have to enjoy, you have to be able to appreciate the spiciness that will hit you. So I have the Dior on first, and then I just put this one in the center part of my lips. But gel, lightweight, not sticky, and yes, the burn lasts, the burn plumps. If you'd like it, it's awesome. I'm so glad that they did this. I got two shades. This one is the pink one, Blush Blaze, which is barely pink. It's got some pink to it. But really, you could fill your lips in with a lip liner. You could put it over anything. Really fun. And the last product is gonna go in the okay category. It's a shame. It started as a win, and then I had to take a couple of points off. And the product is the Milk Makeup. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Setting Spray. First time I used it, loved it. I like the spray. It's the darn spritzer. Wow, they really have to get it right. Why? My Urban Decay never lets me down. My all-nighter when I spritz it, I've never had a wonky spray from that. My one size that I love so much, I never have a problem with that. Why? This would have been a wow, wow, wow. But even today, as I'm getting my makeup on, I spray it and it just, I had splatters of the setting spray on it. Will I continue using it? Of course. And when that does happen, I would just take a big fluffy brush and, you know, try to blend them out. I just don't like doing that. If my lipstick hasn't set or my mascara hasn't set, I've done that and smeared things. So I don't like to do that. Let me know if you have this one in the bigger size. Maybe it's a problem with the smaller size. I don't know. I think about it. The last two items are non-makeup items, and they were two new perfumes that I picked up during the sale. One is the Kayali Eden Juicy Apple. The other is the YSL Black Opium. I have been loving on both of these perfumes. If you can see, the Black Opium is just a little bit lower. I've been reaching for this one a little bit more, but I like them both. They are sweeter style, but more mature. I can try to list the notes somewhere for you, but the Eden Juicy Apple, you do smell the apple in there. And then the Black Opium is just sexy, sweet. I dig it. I know this is not a new scent. I'm just happy to have it. And I did pick up another new one for the holidays, but I'm gonna be a good girl and wrap it and open it on Christmas, so you'll see it in January. That is all for me. I hope that this was fun for you. I hope that I gave you some good information. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I upload on Mondays and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And of course, leave me a comment in the comment section. Did you try anything new in the month of November? How did it work out for you? Anything that you think I need to try, or anything that you say, Jen, make sure you avoid this? Let's share. I love it when the conversations are going in the comment section. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you in the next one.